How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the Wholesome YouTube channel. And welcome back to Bon Echo Provincial Park, a significant piece of property in Ontario and featuring the acoustics of the Mazinaw Rock. And I will spare you from any cliche Bon Echo jokes or special effects for now, but keep in mind the video has a long time to go, and I promise you something's gonna come about soon. So we are here at Bon Echo for 2 days and 2 nights, and it's important that we get that significant canoe trip out to the Mazinaw Rock to check out those pictographs. So that's not going to leave us much time for anything else, but we will give you a significant rundown of this park and what it has to offer campers. And we will give you an in-depth view of the historical aspects of this park and one of the most picturesque pieces of property in Ontario. So we got some awesome plant-based style foods coming up this weekend, including these new jackfruit kebabs that we're going to try out. So that should be pretty good, and it should be pretty interesting. So come join us for a trip at Bon Echo Provincial Park. Let's do this. Let's go. Bon Echo Provincial Park is located about 4 hours northeast of Toronto. The park's main feature is, of course, the majestic Mazinaw Rock and the reasonably short canoe trips that visitors can take to view the ancient pictographs, as well as other canoe and hiking routes that can provide you with a backcountry camping experience featuring 26 backcountry sites at the Joe Perry Lake and the Abe's and Essence Trail. A tour boat is also available for a more relaxed experience of touring the Mazinaw Rock, as well as paddleboards and kayaks for the more adventurous type. The park has 316 non-electrical sites and 214 electrical sites in the midway and fairway section of the Mazinaw campground, which is easier for trailers to navigate. The sawmill campsites where we stayed are non-electrical and located on the more undulating part of the park, and all these sites are located close to the beach and launch areas. The Hardwood Hills campground offers a semi-wilderness experience, accommodating tents and trailers, but no electrical hookups. The park has 12 rustic cabins, 2 exploration shelters, and 7 yurts, all located close to amenities and comfort stations. And there is also just one historical log cabin from the 1870s called the Cabin on the Hill, if you should be so lucky enough to secure it. Each campground has its own comfort stations and showers. There are also many vault toilets close by, and I'm not sure if they are all flush toilets, but the one we used was, and I'm a big fan of that. Other park activities and amenities include hiking on many short, lengthy, and pet trails that are available. The most formidable and important hike is likely the one to the top of the Mazinaw Rock, where you can find a newly constructed lookout platform with many grand views of the Mazinaw Lake. The beaches on Mazinaw Lake are very nice for swimming and feature some great areas for picnicking. There is also a park store and gift shop located by the historic Grey Stone building, but unfortunately, parking is not close and a short hike is required to reach this facility. And of course, there is the canoe rental service located down by the main beach area, where there are many paddleboards, canoes, and kayaks for rent. And that is your access to visit the famous rock. And the final thing to mention is the amphitheater, which is located on the other side of the canoe rental facility. And now, everybody, let's dive into the history of Bon Echo Provincial Park. Even before this gem of a place became a tourist destination, it was long adorned by local indigenous tribes in the form of pictographs that coat this magnificent wall. Settlement of the area began in the 1830s with lumber companies and farming, but a man by the name of Dr. Weston A. Price, a dentist, fell in love with the property and purchased it back in 1889. The Prices built a hotel known as the Bon Echo Inn, which more or less catered to the wealthy. Because of Price's religious beliefs, no alcohol was allowed on the premises, and it tended to attract people of the same nature, and was also occupied by a group of Methodist pastors and a church. After several years, the Prices sold the inn to Flora MacDonald Dennison, a feminist who eventually kicked out the pastors, divorced her husband, and turned the inn into a retreat for artists, poets, and writers, most notably the Group of Seven, who initiated the first major national art movement from 1920 to 1933. Her true passion was influenced by the poetry of Walt Whitman, even employing Scottish stonemasons to engrave his name on the wall. Merrill Dennison and his wife inherited the property in 1921 and continued to operate the inn until the Great Depression. The inn was then leased out to the Levins brothers, but in 1936 the inn and many other buildings were destroyed by a fire caused by a lightning strike. Dennison sold off some of the existing land due to the financial burdens of the property, keeping 100 acres for himself, and eventually donating that land to the province, which is why we have this great place to visit, camp, explore, and most importantly, escape that city life for our mental health. All right, here we are. We made it to Bon Echo Provincial Park, and it's going to be a fun one. We did leave on the Thursday night and decided to battle the 401 through rush hour. It wasn't very fun, I can tell you that, and it was a brutal trip. It was basically 10 to 20 kilometers the whole way. So we ended up going to Trenton and stayed there for the night with family. And incidentally, we did forget a few things, so we had to stop at Canadian Tire, some other places, and I do see bugs out now, so that's quite surprising because it is pretty cold out. And I just hope they're not black flies. So with that, we stayed the night, headed out here in the morning, and it's around 12 o'clock now. All right, so as usual, we did bring our own lunch again, and they are some chickpea spread sandwiches, my specialty, and these are actually pretty good. We're gonna fire them back right now, get some energy. And chickpea spread, it's kind of like a tuna replacement. I mean, we've had the fake tuna before, or the meatless tuna, but it's not very good. This stuff is actually better than that. So yeah, chickpea spread sandwiches on Farm Boy sourdough bread. So yeah, pretty good. Looks like I did it again with taste and flavor. So stay tuned, we'll be back. So one thing I can tell you about this park already is it is pretty hilly, and there was a couple spots where I didn't even know if there was a road coming over the hill. Is that a road?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Go a little this way.
So just be aware of that when you're driving through this park. And it might be a little bit difficult with a large trailer. The sights are very nice. We are in early spring right now, so a lot of trees haven't fully leaved right now, so it's a little bit open. But yeah, there's a lot of granite rock around here, and it's so far I'm very impressed with the park. And I haven't even checked out the Mazinaw rock yet, so that'll be soon to come. So we're gonna get set up, and we're gonna go check this park out. So stay tuned, we got some good stuff coming up. Okay, that is it, guys. We are all set up and ready to go, and we're going to chill out for a bit, and it's going to be rice bowls tonight with some special ingredients, so can't wait for that. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice weekend, so I'm not going to mind doing some chop outdoors. And yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, so stay tuned. Rice bowls in the forest. And you know I like to take it easy on Friday night with the food, but in this case, it's going to be a really nice weekend and a really nice night, so I don't mind doing a little chopping. So stay tuned for that. So something else you're going to see in Bon Echo Park, and usually more in the north, are these balsam fir trees. And they're quite unique because they got two different kind of sides. There's a lighter side and a darker side.
The power of the dark side.
A very nice looking tree. So, and Bon Echo is full of them. And we're going to be on the lookout for some owls this weekend because we have spotted a few and they're very hard to see, but we're going to try and see if we can find one. Now let's see how this tastes. Yeah, so that's pretty good. You're never gonna get that smoky wood flavored in a restaurant. See you soon. All right, good morning, everyone. You really can't ask for a better day than this. So it did get a little cool last night, down to about 5 degrees. We did have our buddy heater to keep us nice and warm, so that was a definite bonus. A little bit chilly this morning, but the sun is coming out, and it looks like it's going to be a perfect day today. So we're going to have some breakfast, do a little pancake experiment, and then we're going to get on that canoe and head out to the Mazinaw rock over here. And it's something we normally don't do, but we're going to try to do a little bit more of, is get in that canoe and get out on the water. And we are told that it is not that busy this time of year, so it's probably a good time to go canoeing. I can't imagine what it would be like in midsummer on a long weekend. Probably a lot of people out there. But this is the first week the park is opened up, and it's fairly empty, so it's pretty nice. So yeah, let's do this. All right, guys, almost time for canoeing, but first, it's pancake time. All right, guys, so we made it out on the canoe, and we're off to the pictographs to check out some indigenous history. So it's going to be a fun canoe ride. Stick around. And I can hear that echo already. Hello? Hear that? Hello? All right, so that was the petroglyphs or pictographs. There's a little bit of both there, and it was quite neat. It wasn't as impressive as I thought, but now we're gonna head across the bay and take a little soup lunch break. And I'm sure there is more petroglyphs or pictographs out there, but like I said, you've seen one, you've seen them all. So let's go have some soup.
Soup is good.
All right, so we did make it to shore, and we're just gonna do a little soup, quick easy soup. And we got this stuff, it's called Sprague. Pretty good stuff, Canadian brand, so make sure you pick it up. Supporting Canadian products. So there you have it, guys. Soup on the shore. So this is the, what kind is this? Tuscany minestrone. So this is the Tuscany minestrone style of the Sprague soup. And it's pretty good as well. It's kind of tomatoey, so hope it doesn't give me heartburn.
It's delicious.
Yeah, so it is delicious. And it's hot too. Okay, so we're gonna eat this up and we're gonna chill out for a bit and then head back out in the canoe and enjoy the rest of the day at Bon Echo Provincial Park.
Sorry, it is very wet when you step out. So
It's all right, we kind of prepared for it. All right, so it was a long day, long canoe trip, and it's getting close to dinner time. So we're gonna try these guys out. It's a new product called Plantropy. So it's new to us, jackfruit kebab. Gonna see how it does. We got some interesting stuff to go along with that. Asparagus and fiddleheads, an Ontario delicacy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really good. And if you're not sure what a fiddlehead is, it is one of these guys here. They grow, it's like actually a fern along the river, and in the spring, early spring, you can gather these up before they actually mature, and they're edible and very delicious. So you can only get them for about a week, and I actually saw some along the river down here. So yeah, these are very delicious, and they only come around a couple weeks in a year, so enjoy them while they last. Fiddleheads. Anyway, guys, jackfruit kebabs, here we go. Not really kebabs because there's not really a stick. I thought there would be. So let's try these out. And if you don't know what jackfruit is, it's kind of a sweet tropical fruit that has a very similar texture to meat. And it's used for a lot of, pulled pork products, fake pulled pork products. So let's try this out. And I have to tell you, with the barbecue sauce, it tastes pretty good. I am very impressed with this. And it's even got these little strands in it, kind of to resemble pork kebabs. So yeah, pretty impressive. And we're gonna try our fiddleheads out, see what they taste like. Very nice, very similar to asparagus actually. Just a lot more expensive. And that's it. We're gonna finish our dinner and have a fire, and that'll be it for Bon Echo. We will see you in the morning though for a little breakfast surprise, and we're gonna be on our way and get ready for the next camping trip. Well, good morning, everybody. So that is it. We are heading out this morning. Gonna get an early start. We got a long trip back, and we just finished our Just Egg breakfast. And yeah, we'll see you in Darlington in June, and that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the trip. Hope you enjoyed the canoe ride, and I hope you enjoyed the food. Take care. and don't forget to subscribe.